Yeah, look at all those oak apples. And that's just like, 2 days worth. Welcome. Sorry for the noise. It's the air conditioning. It's 90 in the tool shed. I'm cooling it down. It's the way it is. Outside, it's 93. But not too bad. What's the heat advisory when it's all red like that? It's 43% humidity, feels like 99. That's your weather report for the day here in Central Texas.
Right now, like I mentioned, clear.
Summer is definitely upon us, and with that comes something that I find kind of fascinating, and I thought I'd share it with you. And I've shared this probably once, if not twice before, because it just absolutely fascinates me. Oak apples, the red oak trees, get a wasp, a gall wasp, that attaches to the bud of where the acorn would be, and they plant their little larva in there, and a gall on the branch develops. It's kind of like a burrow, very similar, except it stores a lot of the nutrients that the tree naturally has, so that the larva can feed on it until it's big enough to go off and be a big boy or a big girl wasp of its own. Here's an example, and it's about the size of a large marble. Here's another one. This one's a little bigger. Let's see if we put the two together. Yeah, so they're generally about that size today. Yeah, look at the size of that one. Let's compare. This is how they normally look. And that's probably about the size of a golf ball. Okay, almost the size of a golf ball. Now, why I'm so fascinated by it is this is the first year, and we've been here, this is our 7th year here. I've never seen them quite that big. And here's 4 of them, and in the last couple of days, at least half of them have been near golf ball size, and I've never seen it that way before. So I'm gonna take you down here. We're gonna cut it open and see if the larva is any bigger in the big ones than it is in the little ones. I don't know. Now, I do have, like I said before, I do have a video where we talk about the gall wasp and all that. I'll put a link to that so you can go watch that one. But let's take a look under the microscope, shall we? Now, before we do any of this, take a look at this. Use our Amazon link down below. When you do, it helps us out and it doesn't cost you a penny more. And after using the link, save it to your bookmarks so you can have easy access to it in the future. Thank you. Well, before we get the electron microscope out, let's just take the little one, this one here, this is kind of your average size, and we'll cut it open. Got my trusty home front. I do like this knife. We just fixed it, if you saw one of my last videos. Get yourself a work sharp. Ooh. Ah. Look at that. Look at that down there. It's nice and juicy now. This one's been sitting out. No, this one I just pulled up today, so that explains the juice, probably. Shall we get the electron microscope and look at the size of this guy?
The electron microscope literally changed the way humanity sees the micro and nanoscopic world.
Check the ocular lenses and turn them until the number 64 lines up with the white line below the rotating part of the lens.
There you go. That, I do believe, is a tiny little pupa dude. Yeah. Egg, maybe? It could be a little grub dude. I think that's what that is. Alright. Oh, you know what? I need to get my caliper so I can measure him. Let's measure it. See how tiny that thing is? There you go. Almost 1.5 millimeters. That's on the small one. Let's try the big one. All right, let's now take the larger of the three. There's actually four, but these three are the largest. Let's turn this on. Let's see. This one, 33 and 3/4 millimeter. 34, so that's bigger. 3405. Yeah, 3521. It's gonna be this one. Now that one's been sitting out a while, and that's probably why it's looking a little rotten. This one's fresher. Maybe I can open that one. Let's set this one aside for just a moment. Okay, there's that little guy there. We'll measure them both. This one was 35 and some change. This one's 34 and 3/4. I can already tell you that pupa's a little bit bigger.
This is a public service announcement from the Shootin' Guy.
Okay, just a reminder, not edible. Okay? Don't try to eat this thing, would you? I'm gonna get in there and do some surgery. Oh, look at this guy. Okay, definitely a grub. And he's kind of curled up. Let's measure him with the calipers. Whoa, 3 and almost 3/4 of a millimeter. It's a little bigger, dude. Almost twice as big. Now, I can't tell you if he's twice as big because he's twice as old. They're a couple of days apart from each other. The one that I just dug out of the big one was from no, that was today's. And the smaller one is from today. Let's look at the other one, the bigger gall that was bigger than the one we just did, and let's measure that guy. Okay, let's move this guy out of the way. Under the electron microscope. Wow. Fascinating. I like getting in close like this. Don't you all wish you had a microscope like this? If you're interested, leave a comment below. I'll let you know what I'm doing. Now this guy is a day older, but the gall is quite a bit bigger. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's measure that guy. Oh my. Almost 5 millimeters. A lot of it could be where I'm measuring it, how he's curled up, but the bigger one, a day older, certainly was quite a bit bigger than the fresh one today that's in the smaller gall, and it's a little bit bigger than the one I picked up today, so I'm sure it has something to do with age. That's why the one yesterday is bigger. All right, this is the older one by 1 day, and parallax here is kind of fooling the eye, but it's about the same size as this one. This one had the bigger grub. This one was from today. The gall is near the same size, and its grub is a little bit smaller, but they're big. And then this was the one from today in a smaller gall. It's a little grub. Quite interesting. So why did I do this? I'm fascinated by it, and I think nature is fascinating in general, And so when I discover something, gall or oak apples, gall apples, whatever you call them, are kind of a new phenomenon to me. In California, even though we had red oaks, I didn't have a red oak in my yard. So I didn't have these things all over the place, and you saw at the very, very beginning how many I picked up in just 2 days, and I've been picking up now for a week. So over the course of 6 to 7 days, that's a lot of oak apples. If you got any questions, or if you have any information, experience, firsthand experience with oak apples, gall wasps, those kind of things, let me know. Teach us a few things if you've got some experience. Or if you just want to know more, there's another a video that I have that talks a little bit about it. I'll put a link to that below too. Hope you're having a good one. I'm having a hot one. Right now, it's 84. It cooled down a little bit. We'll see you at the next video.